The Serpentine Mastery Camo in DMZ is one of the toughest things to do, especially doing it solo. But I'm going to give you some tips to complete Serpentine if you haven't gotten it yet. Eventually, DMZ is going to shut down and this camo is going to be gone. So now would probably be the best time to get it before they announce some sort of closing of the DMZ servers. When we're going through this, I'm going to give you very clear, easy steps, and I'm going to also put chapters for each area so that you can easily go to whatever chapter you need to figure out what you need to do and get tips for that step. If you want to get a chance at getting the Serpentine camo without having to do the whole run, I have been doing runs on my live on YouTube. So make sure you hit the sub, turn notifications on so that you see when I'm live doing Serpentine camo runs, and you can see these tips in action solo for yourself. And once I get to the end of it, I do raffle off the Serpentine camo. So let's go ahead and hop into the first step to this whole process. All right, so first step to running Serpentine, you're going to want an operator that has Damascus tags. You're going to want a secure bag, stealth vest, and then, you know, preferably loot it out like I am here. I will say also you might want to have 2 operators with secure bags like I do. So this is the one that I run with the Damascus tags for the second step. And then this is what I run for the rest of the Serpentine camo. So having 2 operators, that way if you mess up, you can just go right back in with the Damascus tag. So this is the main guy that I run with. And then I have different loadouts depending on where I go. If I go into Koschei, I have the KV broadside. This is the build that I've been running on it, if you're interested. And I do have Serpentine on this, on basically all of my weapons that I run Serpentine camo with. This is the SMG that I run if I'm going to Ashika, Ashika or Al Mazrah for a couple of the steps. So it'd be my Vel, which I always run. And then if I am going to be going into Vondel, I need to kill Bullfrog really quick. And I actually will use this RPK build. So we know the first step is to get looted up, get ready to actually run Serpentine. But how would you get Damascus tag super fast? Well, I'm going to show you the method that I did to get Damascus really quickly. And I'll actually load in just like this. Okay, so when I'm trying to go for Damascus tag, you need to get a 10 streak for doing a contract and then exfilling. And if you notice, there's nobody down here in Al Bagra. And usually that's the case. Usually nobody's in this area. And sometimes you'll find this contract or some other contracts around here.
UAV is exiting the AO.
So I just come down here, usually have this island to myself, do a contract, and then go to this buy station because the exfil will be right there. And I'm going to show you all that really quick here. The other way that you could do, you could go into Koschei, go through there and then exfil, but there's some people that don't like going into Koschei and avoid it as much as possible. So, I mean, that's 2 ways that you can go about getting your Damascus tags. You could also go to building 21 if you really wanted to, but I wouldn't recommend that.
Charge is set. Secure the perimeter or proceed to the next target. Set a charge on the supply.
Now, you may be wondering why I bring in the riot shield. And when I'm running away from bots like this, it really helps to protect me. Plus, you could just kind of turn your back. It does make a world of difference.
Ultra One targets destroyed. Contract payment has been authorized.
Once you finish your contract, you'll just go over to the buy station, get a personal exfil and exfil out. And you just need to do this 10 times to get your Damascus tag to be able to start your Serpentine run. Alright, now watch when I grab this personal here. Look at that. So that's why I do a contract down here and then just grab this personal right over here. We're going to call this step, this is going to be step 2. For step 2, you're going to go to Al Mazrah. Step 2 is going into Koschei, so you need to plan for Koschei. You need to take in Damascus Tag, so you'll have to take in an operator that has it. I like to load in with a shotgun. I usually go with broadside, which I have one built, which is right here. Really quick, I'll show that. And, I mean, tacticals and lethals can be whatever you want. I do use a riot shield, as you guys have seen. I use this riot shield, and it's very, very helpful. Yeah, so for this step, you basically just go right to Koschei. Don't stick around in your spawn because people push spawn. So you just want to get away from your spawn as quickly as possible. And if you can, just go right for an entrance. So for me, the closest entrance is over here, the water entrance. Still didn't get that guy. There's already somebody pushing.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy. UAV is on.
Enemy UAV overhead.
UAV is bingo fuel.
And we're out. Alright, so in Koschei, for the first bit of this, you're going to need the diamond bit drill, 3 AQ laptops, chlorine, and Damascus dog tag, which we have the Damascus. Each of the starting areas, so there's 4 starting areas in Koschei, is going to have 2 laptops that can spawn. So you'll have to go to 2 different areas to find laptops. Chlorine is pretty easy to find. I don't really like starting in the water area, but... And we do need to find a large bag also. We're gonna need a large bag for this. Which usually you can find one in here. See, there's chlorine. Yeah, chlorine is very easy to find. Alright, we need to find jumper cables. Car battery. What's going on, Mr. M? Yeah, not this place, but should be able to get a laptop here. Oh look, a laptop. That'll give me some extra space until I can get a large. To get the diamond bit drill, you're going to need this R4D detector that you're seeing me get here, which is kind of in the center of the chemical plant. Lit up room that you can find with usually a bunch of bots around it. You're also going to need a set of jumper cables and a car battery to get into Alpha. So once you have all of that, you can head over to Alpha Cluster, go in, and get the diamond bit drill. Look for laptops. There's a laptop. Need a car battery.
You've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
There's car battery. I don't need to see.
Near your location. Stay alert.
Well, I will raffle this camo off when I get finished with this. Okay, so to get the diamond bit drill, you do need an extra pair of jumper cables and car battery. Open up the, what is this called? Alpha cluster. Yeah, open up alpha cluster. So yeah, you need to put them in this little red light here and open up the door. You also do need the R4D detector to do this step. Don't really have to worry about the turrets when you're when you have the Damascus Tag either, apparently. Alright, so you'll come over to the back over here. What side is this? This is west side of the Alpha Cluster. And you'll see this door. You want to use your R4D to see these symbols. Take note, take a picture of these symbols, whatever you have to do. This is one of the steps for Heated Madness. I'm actually going to take a quick picture. Okay, and then you gotta go find these little boards, like this one.
Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the area.
And
Stay
try
sharp.
and find the symbol. So right here, we have 7 for our first. And this is the route that I like to go to try and figure out these symbols. Did I miss one? I didn't miss one. There's one right here. Nope. Yeah, there's a board up here that everybody misses because it's kind of out of the way. But there you go. 5. So, what was it? 7? 7, 5. Okay. You don't have to worry about finding the last one. If you find 2, you can kind of just guess the last. So we have 7, 5, blank. And we're just gonna keep guessing, going through each one until we find the combination that opens it. There it is. And there's our diamond bit drill. I usually find a large bag. There's a laptop. Oh, no large bag. Okay. Well, you can do it with a medium. We have everything, so we just need to go back. So we're going to go back to the buy station over here in factory admin.
Ultra One, there's
And get our barter.
You've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
So here you go. Damascus, Chlorine, laptop, diamond bit. Now make sure you put your secure bag on. Pick up your medium so that you have that at least. Large if you do find it, and go ahead and exfil. Alright, so step 3 going into Ashika, you need to get the Bombmakers Screwdriver, a GPU, which is why I'm bringing in the skeleton key. But if you have the Suki Castle weapon locker keys, bring those, open up the weapon lockers. Usually they have a GPU in them. There has been a time where I didn't get a GPU out of them, but the chances are very high that you'll get it out of there. You'll also need 200,000 cash. I bring in 250,000 just so I can get a personal exfil also. And then, of course, you'll need the ancient gun oil. So you'll need these things to be able to do the Ashika Island step. I just gotta be careful because there's a team right there. I might actually... Nah, I'll swim this way. Oh, I don't have a scuba mask? Ooh, that's gonna make this interesting. Yeah, they're shooting over there already. Okay, so they're not gonna come in the water, I don't think. You really kind of want to have a scuba mask for this.
Low in this area.
Me not having one is gonna make this a little more difficult. Huh. There's just a whole bunch of fish.
Ultra One, be advised. Threat level is high in this AO. Expect contact.
What the heck are all those guys doing? Yes, I am, bad boy. I'm actually doing Serpentine for people. Ow.
Ultra One, a heavily armored target is moving a weapons case through the area. We've tracked their location on your TAC map. Your call if you want to engage.
Alright, let's keep trying to push back here to the castle. Like I said, if I had a scuba mask, I could just swim this whole way, not have to worry about bots shooting me.
Enemy UAV active.
I don't understand why I don't have one.
Hostile UAV in the area.
That's not ideal. Just leave them alive.
Ultra One, be advised. Enemy threat is high in the AO.
Oh, I can't carry any more cash. Alright. So this is the way that I go in to kill Bombmaker.
Stay alert.
And like I said, you can go right over here to look for a GPU. Oh no. No GPU. Okay. So if you aren't having luck on Ashika for the GPUs, you can go to a stage bag with a stage bag key and get a guaranteed GPU out of that. So there, I got the GPU for Ashika. Now we'll have to load back to Ashika. That exfil is going to be the best. That kind of sucks. Hopefully we find a weapon locker key in here. That would be nice. Wait for these shield guys. Maybe.
Be advised, an operator in your area needs medical.
Alright, toss this down. We are gonna need ammo. There he is. Now we just need to grab that screwdriver.
Down, good work. Search the area for security.
Need to hit this buy station real quick.
Ultra One, enemy threat is low in the area.
And there we have it, Bombmakers Blend. Now we just need to get out of here. I don't think we need a personal. I think we can go to this exfil over here. Yeah, now you see 200,000 Beto for the barter.
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate near your location.
Alright, let's try this exfil.
Ultra One, extraction is inbound at this time.
Ultra One, Dino Force inbound for extraction. We're 2 clicks out.
They don't need 8 hours. How are you doing tonight, Terry?
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Come on, exfil.
Dino Force at the extract point. Being this is Dino 4. All ultra secure. We're exiting the AO.
Alright. Alright, we're moving into step 4 of Serpentine Camo, and you're going to need 2 vintage wine, 2 calling cards, the Bombmakers Blend from the last step, and Bullfrogs blowtorch. The way I go about doing this step is I get the vintage wine and the calling cards from Al Mazrah. It's a lot easier and there's more of a chance for the scavenger to spawn. Plus, while you're waiting for scavenger to spawn, you can look around in the various stores and burger joints to find the vintage wines. It's actually worked out really well, and it's also easier for a solo to move around the map quiet with less people, you know, in confined areas. So I'm going to show you a couple spots that you can check, like the banks, the burger joints, stuff like that. They're all going to be pretty much the same. I usually go to the city because there's a lot of buildings to hide in, and there's a lot of buildings that you can check for the vintage wine. And then you just got to keep checking the map for the scavenger buy station. As soon as he pops up, give him time, maybe even let him move away from where he's at. Just take a note of where he's moving around the map so that you can go there and check for the calling cards. There has to be some dog tags for him to drop a calling card, and I would definitely wait for him to move from an area so that he puts the cards there, and then you have more chance to find more cards. So once we have the 2 calling cards and the 2 vintage wine, we can head over to Vondel, which really isn't too terribly difficult. You need to wait until about 16 minutes, 45 seconds, and Bullfrog will come out onto the map. And I found the best way to deal with Bullfrog is to get in front of him and then try and jump onto his vehicle kind of from the side on the angle like you're going to see here. Then you can just shoot him with an LMG like I'm going to do. Makes it really, really easy, especially if you have it built for vehicle damage. I'm usually out of Vondel by like 10 minutes left remaining, And make sure that you bring in money for a personal so that you can decide where you want to extract from to make this very easy. So once you take out Bullfrog, you get his blowtorch, go to a buy station, get the item you need through the barter, and then get out. We're going to move on to going to Koschei for the second to last step.
We're moving to the LZ for extraction now.
Recon, my location. Copy. Advanced UAV is entering the AO. Sweeping hostiles.
Dino 4 is at the extract point. Be advised, we can't stay here long.
Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the area. Stay sharp.
Alright, so this is the second to last step that we're going to be doing here. This will be step 5 on my list. We need to make a medic vest, a stealth vest, a comms vest, and then have that premium liquor. We also need to open up the secure buy, which there's a list of stuff that you could potentially need for that. And a lot of knowing where the stuff is playing Koschei quite a bit and actually having an idea of where to go for the different items that you could potentially need. Sometimes you'll have to exfil and come back in and just get an easier list of stuff to be able to open up that secure buy. In each of the starting areas, there is a note that will tell you what items you need to open the secure buy, so you can start looking as soon as you get in if you know where these notes are. Unfortunately, I don't know where all the notes are. I basically only go to the Al Mazrah entrance just because that's the one that I'm comfortable with. But I also am comfortable with making each of these vests in Koschei because it's quite easy. And I'm going to show you a little bit here of what you need to be able to do those barters so that you can get everything you need done in Koschei and be able to move on to the next step. So for the server tape black and server tape orange, silver, any server tapes you're going to need for any of these barters or for the secure buy, you're going to need to go to Alpha cluster for this. And you're going to need an extra jumper cable and car battery to get in there. So for instance, if you go into the Al Mazrah entrance, you're going to have to go over to where the Rohan entrance is and be able to get the car battery and jumper cables from there, unless you load in with an extra set. So make sure you keep that in mind, that you're going to have to go into Alpha Cluster for items. I also like going into the Al Mazrah entrance because there's 3 desks that you can get tattered lab notes, scientist notes, maybe even a lab book out of them. And those desks are really, really good for getting some of the items that you need for that shopkeeper. So that's why I like loading in there to try and find those items.
We're seeing increased activity in the area.
So I would highly recommend, if you don't know Koschei, go into Koschei quite a bit and learn where some of these items are. Get good at opening up the secure buy before you try and do Serpentine. That way you have an idea when you go to load in, alright, these are the items, this is where I need to go to find them. Usually you won't find people in Koschei, so you just have to deal with bots. It's really not that big of a deal. It's, you know, you can kind of take your time going through here and finding the items you need. But once you get all of the items and you have you're ready for the barter for the 3 vests, make your way over to factory admin, which is where Rhino and the sniper is. So basically heading towards the boss area. You need to grab a key from out in the dark area and then come in here, or there's a couple secret ways you can go to get in. And again, that is going to be based on you knowing the map. So you need to come in here quite a bit before you try doing this run. You can't be a novice trying to do this Serpentine run. But after you get finished here, you'll get your barter, get everything done, open up the secure buy by putting the items in the center drop box, and then barter for your Blackcell hand crane. Alright, so we're moving on to the last step of Serpentine Camo, and you're going to need heavy chopper fuel, skeleton key, chemist acid, and Blackcell hand crane. What you're seeing in the background is me showing locations of the heavy chopper fuel. There's 2 locations I will not show you, which is in the caves. I don't recommend going there solo, and airport, again, I don't recommend going there solo unless you spawn there. Then you can kind of look around in the hangars by the ATC. But the best place to find heavy chopper fuel 100% is on the train, and you're going to see that here also. From there, you're going to need to go over and get the chemist acid. You should have a skeleton key on you. You don't want to try and make a skeleton key while you're doing this final step. So really, you should just need to get the heavy chopper fuel and chemist acid. The best way to deal with the chemist and get the acid solo is to snipe from outside of the gas. Sometimes you have to go into the gas depending on the location, but it's best to try and soften up the troops in the area with a sniper from outside, so you're not trying to deal with gas and trying to find a mask and all that stuff. It's a pain to try and deal with. That is probably the hardest step of this whole thing, is trying to get the chemist acid solo. As for the skeleton key, there's a couple different methods you can use to make a skeleton key. If you guys want a video covering how to make skeleton keys, I didn't want to cover in this because we're already over a half hour. If you want a skeleton key guide, let me know in the comments below. Like this video, let me know that you want this stuff and I will put it into a video. But once you have all of these items, you're gonna just basically head underneath Zaya and gonna wait for gas to move to where Zaya is. Once Zaya covers that buy station down there, the deployable, portable, whatever buy station it is, down in Zaya, which I'm going to show you the path down in case you've never been down there. Once you get there, you just have to wait for gas to cover. Only do the barter. There's been a glitch where it will lock you out if you do anything else. Just do the barter. Barter for the Serpentine Camo. You don't have to exfil, but if you bring in enough for personal exfil and buy it there, not only is it cheaper, but it'll put it right above you so you can exfil right out of there, and you don't have to deal with trying to get out of gas and exfil and all that stuff. What you're also seeing here is that I do Serpentine Camo runs, and when I do a solo Serpentine Camo run, I don't need the camo anymore, so I raffle it out to viewers. So if you see a live stream and you see that I'm doing Serpentine Camo raffles, make sure you stop by, check out, these tips in action. Might be able to help you out get Serpentine yourself, or you might be able to win Serpentine through the raffle. I have helped quite a few people already, and I'm going to continue to help people until either DMZ is completely shut down or I get bored with it, I guess. You need to remember, Serpentine Camo can transfer into MW3 also, and this camo, when DMZ is gone forever. Just like the ghoulie camo that everybody's asking about, you can no longer get it once DMZ is gone. So make sure you're doing that now. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the sub button, like the video, and comment down below, and I will try to get back to you. I try to comment to all of my comments. So I hope to see you guys in a live stream, and I hope that you get your Serpentine Camo also.